Yay!
You are experiencing the Kathryn Dunn Show. Welcome with us today. We've got Matt Capazzi, Elaine Vario, Don Sloven,
Happy
Bull,
birthday!
and joining us today, the very lovely ass, actually. And Frank Yappa. I am Kathryn Dunn, and as always, we didn't fact check. This isn't for kids, and we apologize in advance. So now, on to this next bit.
Whine and Whisper Light ASMR.
Where you guys guess what I'm eating based on how it sounds. Do you guys know what this is?
Creaky chair.
Wait, listen. Do you know
A sandwich?
Vegan puffs?
Oh, vegan
Twix.
puffs!
Celery.
It's a Twix.
Soup.
Be a Twix.
Faux.
For the last time, stop eating soup.
All right, for those of you at home who guessed a Fudgy the Whale birthday cake.
Yay!
Nice.
Yay, Fudgy the Whale.
Nothing like an 80s birthday cake.
Without his tail.
Without his tail. Oh my God.
Whoa.
It's
Oh, you already ate his
Kathryn
tail?
Dunn. Happy birthday, cat, to you. Happy
birthday, cat, to you.
I'm doing a whale song.
Birthday, cat,
That's
to
what
you.
got cut, huh?
Happy birthday, cat, to you.
So, that was what I was saying. I told you not to cut it until we showed it. But
Oh, yeah.
just go. You don't understand anything about magic.
There's nothing like a cut tail to start a show.
Yeah, so we were supposed to present a perfectly beautiful and intact cake, but instead you'll just have to imagine it in its full glory, or go online and Google a Fudgy the Whale to understand what it looks like.
Yeah, people out of our area don't know what a Fudgy the Whale is, I don't think.
Yeah.
Well, how could you do Whine and a Whisper without eating something first?
Is Fudgy the Whale a Carvel thing?
Yes.
Yeah, it's Carvel, right?
Yeah, Carvel.
Can you describe what exactly it is you're eating besides the Fudgy the Whale? What flavors are they, Kat?
Oh, well, it's very simple. It is vanilla and chocolate with fudge and a strange something icing.
Ooh.
And the signature crunchies,
Nice. Nice.
getting their name from their crunch.
Very well done. Very well done.
Is it gluten free?
Probably
Probably.
not.
Probably not.
And I'm nowhere near the box. Bull, is it gluten free?
It's
Makes
probably
sense.
just
I don't know.
Rice Krispies, right? It's probably just
No,
chocolate.
it's those
No, it's
black.
chocolate
Yeah.
crunches. It's very specific to Carvel. No, it's actually like a topping. I don't know if it's specific to Carvel, but it's crunchies. They now have strawberry. I'm kind of addicted to Carvel.
Cocoa Krispies.
Ooh.
Not
Mmm.
Cocoa Krispies.
Wednesday is Sunday still.
So, I'm hearing somebody's in the waiting room, but that's
Yeah,
not
Nick's
true.
in the way. Well, he told me he was.
Nick is a liar, and when he gets here, let's all greet him kindly. All right.
I heard you're a liar. Hello, kindly.
Right. Now, let's talk about the world, or not, if you want. Roberto's not with us this week. We miss you, Roberto, but we still have news if anybody wants to talk about it, unless you don't, and I understand that.
I have a little complaint that people are upset about the bison that gored some guy in Yellowstone.
Yeah?
You're in his backyard. You're trying to take pictures of him. You're a freaking idiot. That's all I want to say. That's
Sounds
because now they're
like
trying.
it's time for
You-
uplifting animal news with Elaine Barrio.
That was my main gist. You said bring a strong story because there are people out there trying to get rid of the bison in Yellowstone Park. Are you kidding me? There's a they kill over 2,000 in the last 10 years. They've killed over 2,000 bison in that park. Whose park is it? I don't think it's our park. I think they should give it back to the natives. They knew what they were doing, right?
Yeah,
Am I wrong?
agree. And it sounds
Exactly.
like I'm sure the bison are right. Like if they're killing people, they probably have a reason and a point. I'm on their side.
Well, if you see the paperwork, like the signage when you walk going in the park, all the signs say if you see like a bear or a bison, walk away. They don't say go closer. These people, it just shows the stupidity of people. I'm sorry.
They're all
I
trying
like
to
people.
eat or like mating.
Or to feed them.
It's that season.
Well, because it's also another sort of fun fact, because it's a little patriotic at this particular point in time right now, I turn our attention to the eagle. And
Okay.
the eagle can be quite resourceful and pick up small objects to bring back to their nest. One of them, I just recently saw a report of a small gray house cat was picked up by an eagle and brought back to the eagle's nest to help feed the baby eagles.
Oh
And
my
it
God.
broke my heart. It was terrible. It was like something out of like, I don't know, Tales from the Crypt. It was weird.
Oh my
It was just
God.
crazy.
I pictured everything you were saying completely wrong. And when you said to feed them, I'm like, oh my God, how did this eagle know that this cat was lactating? And then I realized, oh no, that's not
It
what
goes way
you
deeper
don't
than
mean
that.
like she kidnapped this cat to then take care of the kids. Like, I'm sick of it. You do it, cat. No,
Exactly.
you mean murder. I went elsewhere.
I'm
Completely
sorry. I
wrong.
should have gone less dark.
No, it's
So,
fine.
so the cat knew how to make sandwiches, and the eagle knew that. So
Exactly.
Yeah.
It was
Oh,
all
okay.
about the meatloaf preparation. The cat was in a little like sort of kitchen, and the eagle
Yeah.
saw, and through the window, the eagle just
I
went
actually,
through the window.
I eat at that restaurant regularly, and they've been closed for the past week. And there's a sign on the door that says "Owner at Eagle's Nest, be back in 3 weeks."
So good.
Oh my God, that cat is an incredible chef.
Yeah.
Well,
Unreal.
it's a cat with opposable thumbs. It happens. Okay, it does.
It happens.
That's when they're part rabbit.
She makes an amazing tuna fish, by the way.
Oh, it's my
Right?
favorite dish. It makes sense that she would put her love into it.
Yeah.
Those baby eagles are really happy right now.
Oh my God, so amazing. 5-star. It's
Everything's
a 5-star eagle nest.
Wait, I think the coyotes.
Really good. Can we have a glass of water?
I think the coyotes are following suit and maybe have taken some little dogs into their dens to feed their children. Just saying.
Wow.
You
Dogs
know,
can
Oh,
cook?
wow.
dogs have dew claws.
Wow.
Okay.
Okay. That helps with what?
I don't know.
With
Making
doing.
salads.
They're
With
dew claws
making
for doing.
yeah, making
Helps with
salad
doing.
and
You mean that isn't like a law, sort of like a breakdown of a contract with the due clause?
It is. It is the dew clause.
Follow the due
Oh.
clause.
The rider in all dogs' contracts can be found just below the due clause.
Yes.
Yeah. So everything we say is true. Fact check it on your own. Trust us.
you can trust.
That might have been everything we have for uplifting animal news. I don't know.
Oh, I got one thing. I saw something online, and it's a good point. Fireworks freak pets out. So if it would be considerate to the pet to put the pet in like a quiet room on July 4th, because your pet probably thinks it is World War III outside. So, just put the cat or dog in like a nice chill environment that's, kind of keeps the fireworks over there and the peace and calm over here.
Yeah, Yes, and I want to suggest that you keep yourselves in the same box because if you're on the internet, you also think it's World War III out there. Just a PSA.
Well,
Touche.
the fireworks thing is an issue, and Mr. Cute does like to go under the desk or into the palm cave, as we like to call it. There is always a palm cave available for your dogs. Okay. I mean,
gotta s-
go ahead.
I was just gonna say I have to brag a little bit about Mozzarella because she's kind of a badass when it comes to fireworks. She sort of hears them and she gives the same reaction as she does to any she kind of looks like what's going on, like not afraid, more like I'm gonna mess up whatever's happening. Like she's pretty ballsy with fireworks. She's
Ooh,
kind of just like what's
Captain
that?
Chaos.
What's something happening? I better bark at it. So I feel very thankful. She's pretty
Basically,
into it.
Macy's has hired her as a particular consultant for this year's East River fireworks show.
What's going? Yeah.
I like that she's a little tough girl. This is Tattletale.
Wait. But
Oh, there's more news though.
Oh,
Sorry,
wait,
Elaine,
there's
I didn't mean to
one
interrupt.
more. The one that you put up about the homing pigeon, Bob. Yes, spoiler
Yeah.
alert. His name was Bob, and he was found in. He must have came over. They said he couldn't have flown over the pond, so he must have felt like landed on a ship, a cargo ship, and made it all the way to the U.S. from England. So, but the band told them that this is a homing pigeon that's not too good at homing. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, it's at the bbc.com. But one thing to add on, at the end of it, it said, click here for further pigeon stories. And England has a bunch of pigeon stories.
wow.
So I'm not going to tell you about them now, but who knew that there was a whole category of just pigeon stories?
Welcome
Well,
to our new
Trafalgar Square,
segment.
right?
What?
Was it Trafalgar Square? That's where all the pigeons are
Hmm.
in England.
I don't know. I'm going to have to click pigeon stories and get back to you next week, maybe on the 5th.
Yeah, check out our new segment, Pigeon Stories. You can tell that they are British because they have crooked beaks.
Ooh.
Sorry, British.
Perfect.
And
Perfect.
now we're actually doing Tattletales for real this time, where we all talk shit about our pets. Anything that your animals have done? Anyone? Let's hear it. Soph.
Sophie actually, so try not to judge us too hard, but she is a Chihuahua dachshund. Her mouth is very small. Her teeth are also equally small, and trying to find the perfect sort of toothbrush type treat that she can chew and still gets the breath and the teeth sparkling clean. So we've had to resort to cat treats.
I was gonna say.
It's cat treats. So Greenies makes a really cool cat treat, the salmon cat treat, which she loves absolutely. And we've also been trying to sort of figure out if we can not have to put her in her crate if we're gone for 45 minutes or an hour, because she tends to feel a lot safer in her crate and she doesn't get into things and stuff. And we just think it's better. So this time I decided that it would be a really fun thing to just see if she could roam about the apartment without the crate for an hour. Little did I know that she promptly walked over to where the cat treats are. And she wasn't able to get the Ziploc bag open. So instead, she just dug her way
No.
through foil and such and ate the whole bag of salmon Greenies cat treats.
My
Oh,
goodness. What a
God.
savage. That's not
She's now currently swimming upstream,
How's her teeth? How bright and white are her teeth?
sparkling with a sort of fishy aftertaste.
Oh, God. Oh, no, you poor thing. That's so bad. What a little scavenger. She looks
She's
like
a
such
scavenger.
lady, but that's
I
her being
know.
an animal. Look at you. You
We
little
left her in the car with a
thing.
bad pizza one time, and she ripped all the toppings off.
No, just
She
the
doesn't like the
toppings?
dough. She just took the cheese and the pepperoni.
I love her. She's fussy. Oh my goodness. My animal would eat cat poo, and your dog is like, just the toppings. And only the good ones. What an absolute lady. I love that about her. My little Miss Trixie. Well, actually, let's start with Kitty Cat. So she's an animal, and absolutely, take her with us. And So yesterday we did an experiment where we just locked the cat out of the house. You know, it was really bad science. Okay, I'll be the first to admit it was a crude experiment. But Trixie seemed happier when we came back. I don't know. I'm making this up, but it is true.
Recording stopped. Recording in progress.
We're back. That my cat is an absolute animal. And she's what?
So,
I'm sorry. Tripped over your bullshit. Sorry to interrupt.
Wow, isn't he pleasant? So,
Happy birthday.
Yeah, thank you. I don't even know what I was saying, but my cat's an animal, and now I'm going to completely go elsewhere with this and say that.
Oh, you lucked your cat out as a crude experiment.
Yeah, and I think it worked. I think we have to find a way to keep the cat away from the dog. But then I don't know. It was almost like she was making up for lost time. The moment she came in, she was like, this is all the stuff I needed to get at you about. I don't know. I don't know if it worked. But she also, we might have a cure for the drooling problem. Tony, my cat, drools. And the blame might be on me. It might be my fault because her teeth might need to get like whatever. So that's next. We took her to the vet. And she's gonna.
Oh, like scaled? Did they call it scaled on an animal?
They didn't say anything. They just said that she needs a cleaning, and they don't think they'll need any extractions. And they like sent a.
They did get her a drool bucket, like in Monty Python. You could have a nice drool bucket hung under her chin.
I have multiple drool buckets. Like this is one of them. Yeah, like when she comes and she's gross, I have little things to collect her nastiness. Like, contain yourself, animal.
Well, Mr. Cute drools a little bit. I admit it.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
Still, or after the dental work?
After the dental work, it started because he does that one tooth comes out like a snarl sometimes. Yeah. So I think he can't help it. So I kind of feel bad. I'm always wiping his mouth. Like, you're so. He's really still good. He still makes people smile wherever we go. Hasn't bit anybody in a while. I don't know.
No incidents in 4 days.
But he still barks at bicycles. I taped one and put it on his page so everybody could laugh. I said, "Watch the bicycle by and watch it go." Just doesn't like bicycles.
I'm on his side. He's not wrong.
They shouldn't be on the sidewalk.
Yeah, he's right. He's a curmudgeon old man, and I agree with him fully.
I know.
What?
We think he might be a stuffed animal, actually.
Yeah, he's not
so
real.
cute.
He's a sassy stuffed animal with a lot of opinions.
He's still too perfect.
He is.
He's a cuddle dad.
Right? You? Cuddle dog? He says, put me the fuck down. I'm done here. I'm done here. I can read his mind.
Matt, do you have animals?
Yeah,
Matt's cat. Go ahead. Show him the cat. Go ahead.
She's napping.
Imagine that. Oh.
Yep. Her name's Mitzi.
Misty? Please, Father.
Daddy, not the camera.
Must I?
I have not put on my makeup yet. What are you doing with this camera in my face? Yeah, Mitzi's, chilling. She takes naps and looks at birds out the window. So she had a good week.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I haven't got with her.
It looks like she's relaxing just under the window. She was looking at birds and look at her little head. Oh my goodness. It's like off. It's like she likes to live on the edge. Look at her.
She doesn't get into any mischief, Matt?
Mischief.
Well, I think, this is weird, but on occasion, she has her brain. So I think sometimes she'll sit in front of the radiator and she'll just sit and sit. And like 2 months ago, there was a mouse that was there, but that's about it. She doesn't go outside. She just stays inside. She's really chilled. So, it's all good. She's
a good cat. Good cat. You're breaking up, but we get that she is watching that mouse area and keeping it patrolled. and making sure no more mouses come in that way.
She might
Yeah.
be messing with your Wi-Fi is what she's doing right now.
Oh, was it? It was messing up.
A little bit. Still a little
Oh,
weird.
okay.
And
So,
she did it. She did it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's like, don't tell my secrets. And now, mozzarella. What about mozzarella?
Mozzarella is pooped today. She is very, very tired, but she's good. Yeah, nothing. I like the fireworks thing is kind of the newest, just because there's been a lot of fireworks in our neighborhood, and she's just a toughie with them. She's cool, but trying to think if she's done anything really funny lately. She's always kind of really funny. But yeah, other than that, just being cute, being mozzarella, doing her thing, and she's met some new friends, which is nice. She likes submissive dogs, so she's definitely an alpha.
That's so specific.
she's
Nothing
oh,
like her daddy.
yeah, exactly. She's like, oh, you're weak and scared of me? Cool, we'll be friends. So, yeah, she's like, I don't like this one. It's bigger than me, but it's cool. So yeah, she's great though. I feel very, very lucky to have such a crazy, fun dog. So yeah, no exciting news really. She eats a lot of grass, so I should probably take her to the vet to see what's going on. But other than that, she's good.
That's what the Tricks girl was doing, and that's when I realized she wanted some. I gave her the vegetable stuff, the vegetarian food, which she didn't like before, so something's up.
Yeah.
She'll definitely also try sweet potato, just see if she likes that.
Yeah, that's a good call. I think I heard pumpkin was like another thing, and Matzi's not been crazy about pumpkin in the past, but yeah, it's weird when you Google stuff. It's like take your dog to the vet immediately. It's just like human stuff, like WebMD. It's like, oh, I'm feeling kind of sick, like you're dying. And with dogs, it's like your dog's eating grass. You better take it to the vet today. So it's like, no, she's okay. She's a dog, but like she'll, yeah, we probably should now because it's been a little bit, but what are you gonna do? So.
Oh, definitely. And is she up to date on all her other stuff?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yep. Yeah, and we give her all the pills. But one of the things is like it's like a fiber, maybe lack of fiber in her diet or whatever. But I don't know.
I did the probiotics for a while. It's the doggy probiotics seem to help Mr.
Cool.
Cute's stomach, and now he doesn't throw up as much, and
yeah,
poop's easier to pick up.
That's good. Her poop's been fine. If we're getting that dirty here today, her poop's been pretty solid. So both, I mean that as a verb and physically, pretty solid. So.
Oh wait, Angela and Sandra, before you guys go, is there anything you guys want to let us know about? Tell us about, maybe?
I got nothing. I'm the most boring guy in Manhattan.
Not yet.
I don't think so right now. Of course, we always love everybody tuning in, and you can also listen to our Kathryn Dunn episode with Someone's Thunder podcast, which is always a lot of fun.
Yes.
But I think we're just trying to be cool in New York City. There are some parts of New York City that are still waiting to come back to its full loveliness.
DM me. We'll give you the information. Okay.
Absolutely.
Share.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll send you the maps.
I love it. Okay. We love you guys. A happy birthday so much, Kathryn Dunn. We love you so much.
We love you guys. I love you guys. And I love
Take care. See you, Manny. See you, Frank. See you, Lynn.
Good night, Sander. And
seeing you guys.
Bye.
Take care of yourselves.
Bye,
Don't work too
Bella.
hard.
Bye.
Cheers. Happy birthday, honey.
Happy birthday.
Birthday.
Thank you. What a gorgeous pooch. I love her. And now it's time to get to know our guest better. Welcome, Frank Yabba. Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah. So what have you been up to? Like, things are so different for you now that the world exists.
I know. Yeah, I've been gigging, living in Milwaukee. If you don't know that, for now anyway. just kidding. There's no plans of moving just yet, but probably soon. We like to move. So nobody likes to move, but we like to. Yeah, I've been doing some gigs, and I've got kind of my own sort of home studio now. So just the other night, I was doing some mixing of some of a new song that'll be coming out soon. So that's actually happening. Not just like I've always saying there's new stuff there's coming out. This is actually happening. So yeah, kind of working on that. And yeah, we'll see what kind of is next. Meeting some cool people and just trying to kind of spin all the wheels and do all the stuff. So been a busy summer already, which is good.
That's incredible. And you're like are you recording only your own stuff or are you recording other people's stuff in your studio?
Just mine. Yeah, it's not really like a studio per se. It's more like set up for what I want to do. I don't have the know-how really to record other. I mean, not I don't, but it's like I don't feel like I would be giving anybody a something worth their time or money. If it's like I can pour as much time into my stuff as I want to and not feel like I'm taking too long. But I don't feel at the point now of like, oh, you could come over and I'd record you. Like I could, but I don't know if that you'd probably find a better place to do that. So but I got some wise advice from a guy who's actually pretty big in the music industry a few months ago.
Iggy Pop.
He was kind of like, he's like, you gotta be able to record at home. He's like, everybody can nowadays. And he's like, you don't need to go to a studio. He's like, you just gotta put stuff out. And so that was a big moment for me just to kind of be like, yeah, I've been kind of doing that, but not maybe to this level. And, he certainly didn't mean, go crazy and buy a bunch of gear and stuff, but just kind of that inspiration to be like, yeah, the studio world, as much as I love it, that's a tough, you'll get there or you won't, but it's like, being able to do as much as you can by yourself without having to depend on other people is huge.
Are you recording solo or with a band?
With a band. Yeah, with a band. I got a drummer and a bass player, and I'll do a lot of the instruments myself because it's still going to be just Frank Zappa. It's not like I'm, starting a band by any means. And, but the guy I've been drumming with, he's been playing with me for a while now. And when we've been working on just cutting stuff. And so we've got a few things like locked and loaded, ready to go, but just kind of working on them as one at a time. But yeah, so it'll be full band sound. It won't be just this, which is kind of always how I write. Every song I write, it's never, not never, but it's very rare that I write a song without thinking like this will be with a full band. It'll just be solo. There's only like maybe 2 or 3 songs I've written in my, recent songwriting career where I'm like, this is just guitar and me. Most everything I kind of envision with a band. So it's really exciting to be able to be like,
so does that, when you're like, you write the song, singer-songwriter, and then you introduce the band, does that just up the energy and like the intensity of the song like a million?
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's unreal, really. It's just, and it's like you can't, most of the gigs I do right now are solo just because it's still kind of tough to get the band to gig. But it's unbelievable how like the songs are just stuck in my head with a drum. Then, it's like, oh, I don't really, I can play them still. And, even playing them on this, it's fun. And it's cool to like kind of flush them out. But yeah, it's what the song's supposed to be. And certainly finding someone to write with, like even just this drummer I've been playing with, he's such a good guy. And, he can kind of hear the songs the way he wants to hear them and he plays them and I can give him little tips, but I really like to be like, hey, just here it is, play along when you feel whatever the groove is and we'll go from there. So it's cool to hear, like I don't know, it's sort of a too deep thing to explain in words, but it's like sometimes some of the songs I write, I'll be like, hey, I'll give him like one note, like do this halftime. And then he does it and it's like, that's exactly the song. Like that's what I've been hearing before I ever played with anybody. So it's cool. That doesn't always happen. I feel very lucky to found a guy like that can kind
I think one of the things with playing with a band is dynamics. Like you can have like really, it can be quiet, it can be really loud, it can be mellow, it can be powerful. So that kind of opens up the options for the song.
Yeah, totally. And I was actually, it's funny because one of the songs I've played on this show quite a bit. I played it like 3 times, I think, over the last year. I didn't want to play it again tonight, but I had thought about, because it's one of the songs we're recording. I was like, I should try and figure out a way to like play the drum track in the room and then play along with it, just so you guys can kind of experience what it's like. But when I got home, I didn't have time to kind of flush out the the tech setup there. But yeah, it's easier, you know, and I love performing solo. It's definitely the most like if you perform solo a bunch, you get good at you know, not messing up as much because you don't have anything to hide behind. When you play with a drummer or you play with a bass or you know, full band or whatever, mainly you can mess up as much as you want and for with some reason and you have stuff to hide behind. But man, like solo gigs, it's like it's just you, and especially like you're just kind of doing your thing. It's like, man, if I screw up, there it is, and that's okay because most people don't notice anyway, but you notice. Whereas like you got a drummer to hide behind or something, it's like, okay, I can get, and then I think I play better because you're playing with people, so you're like, even though you have a little bit more freedom, you can kind of let loose a little bit, and then you're not so tight and like, you know, it's just like it's so nice, yeah. So hopefully you guys will be able to experience that soon. And I have everything mic'd up down here. We have a little drum kit and everything, so I was like, do have the capacity to have like a full band for this show sometime, but it would take some major, you know, sound testing and seeing if it even comes across. But at the very least, we'll do some sort of like video and pre-recorded thing or something and get you guys that, because I think it would be fun to share with you guys.
So with just with like things that you write about, do you ever write about things in the news, or is it more like very personal, like relationship things? Like what's the usual, where do you get your topics from?
Yeah, that's a good question. I feel like it's changed over the years, but more recently, probably since like when I used to have a band and I tried to write things that were for that band, but now recently I just try and write things that mean something to me or things that I'm experiencing, but it does come from, you know, the news, and it does come from other, I don't know, world events. It's not all just like what I'm feeling about my life, but I definitely try and write things from my point of view. And but I've never been one to write political songs necessarily. I have one song that's got a political sort of undertone to it. But it's not easy for me. I think they can be taken that way, and I like to write stuff that's a little more. I hope what I'm feeling, but also stuff that everybody experiences that everybody can kind of relate to it. But I've never been one to be able to write about really pointed songs about, you know, the news or, you know, anything like that. It's always been a little more close to the chest that way. But yeah, thanks for asking. These are fun questions.
And what did you bring for us today, or what are you sharing with us today?
I am sharing with you a song that I've shared on here before, and I'll have to admit, but I know we're on a new format, so that's okay for a bit. But I have to admit, I've been experiencing a little bit of maybe focus on songs that I've had written for a long time because I'm working on recording them. So I don't have a lot of new stuff. But with that, I will play this song called "What's New," which you guys have heard before, but that just means you can sing along. So here we go. This is "What's New."
Thank you.
I don't want to talk about me. I don't want to talk about me. I don't want to talk about me. I've been feeling how I've been, or maybe just a little bit less, so don't try and get it out of me. I've been working through some recent thoughts, some I remember and some I forgot. I don't know who to talk to anymore. I got nothing to say to strangers. I got nothing to give to friends. I don't want to talk about me. I don't want to talk about me. I don't want to talk about me. dance enough. I sidestepped around the bush. I'll ask one more time. What's new with you? The streets of commotion, but no riding home. Postman display, I don't answer the phone. Oh, aren't you sick of calling me? I got nothing to say to strangers. I got nothing to give to friends. I don't want to talk about me. I don't want to talk about me. I don't want to talk about me Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Kathryn. Happy birthday to you. That was for 4th of July.
Right.
Happy
thank you. That was
birthday. Light the
perfect.
guitar on fire and then you can blow it out. No, you two don't.
Yeah,
Forget
I'll light it on fire.
it.
Hell yeah.
Thank
Not-
you.
You're welcome. And I like that I played a song called it's called What's New, and it's about not wanting to talk about myself after I just talked about myself.
We're all just walking
No more interviews.
contradictions.
Yes, that's what this
Bizarro
service is all
world.
about.
Bizarro world, Frank Zappa.
Yes. Thank you. That was beautiful. And that reminds me it's time for.
Ooh, that reminds me.
And to get started, walking contradiction. That reminds me of. I shouldn't be doing it, but I am because I said the word. But it reminds me of this person that I knew in, I think, high school and middle school who loved Green Day so much they just called him Green Day.
That reminds me of how much.
Ooh,
I
that
love
reminds
Green Day.
me of Green Day, and that reminds me of spring. And just with all the, it's nice and green, and the weather is really nice.
Nice and green reminds me of how somebody was showing me a picture of their pool today, and I thought it was a before picture because they're like, "Oh, I'm cleaning the pool today," and I'm like, "Oh, scary," and they're like, "No, green is good." And then I was like, "Oh, just make sure you know if it's a before or after picture before you say anything moving forward."
That reminds me of the time that I went to college and I had orientation, and I thought that the girl showing me around was pregnant. And I grew up in a small town, so I was like, "This is really cool. Like, she's young and pregnant and in college." And man, she wasn't pregnant. I feel horrible about it.
I wish it didn't, but that reminds me of the time somebody gave me a Build-A-Bear, and I'm an adult with a Build-A-Bear on the subway, and I've got my big coat, my big belly, and I'm starting to get a belly. Like before this, I didn't identify as somebody with a belly, but at this moment, it's coming in, and I don't even know about it. Like I still don't identify as somebody with a belly. Like I'm in denial about, you know what I mean? Like that cusp. I'm in it. I'm still in it. I live in that cusp. But anyway, there's a cusp. People know what I'm talking about. Anyway, I've gone long. So this person is like, "Do you need a seat?" And I'm like, "Oh, you're so nice." It's like, because I'm a girl, right?
You took the seat.
And then they go, "You're pregnant. Sit." And I'm like, "Oh, no." And that reminds me.
You took the seat. Admit it. You took the seat.
No,
Oh.
I didn't. I should have. If I.
This is New York. You take the seat.
No,
You
I
always
taking
take
the seat and then lit a cigarette or something like that. Just to mess with them.
and then drank. Yeah.
Oh, good. I'm really hungover. I could really use this seat. Yeah.
I'm gonna name my baby after you.
It's a good place for me to nod off after that last hit. You know how it is when you're in between meth.
Also, you want to punch me in the stomach really hard for some reason.
I've been drinking Pennyroyal tea for days and it's not working. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's the way to leave an impression. Then that person would be still telling the story. See, I messed up. I should have done all of those things.
See, yeah. I realized, and I feel bad because I realized she wasn't pregnant when I saw her like at the end of the year, or like, you know, it was summer orientation, and then like at the end of the
Was there a
school
prom?
year.
Because there could have been a prom. Maybe there was a baby. Is all I'm saying. I'm just saying.
Well,
maybe.
she was in. I mean, she was probably like a sophomore in college, and you know, so it was like the end of the year. I'm like, wow, pregnancies don't last this long. She looked the same. I was like, chances are she's not pregnant again and had the baby. So yeah, it was. And then I realized too. I mean, kind of in hindsight, I was like, she doesn't really look pregnant. I don't know why she did that day, but you know, I was just stupid young.
She didn't want to talk about it.
About it.
But she had to. And now it's time for.
What now?
Where we bring you a completely random couple's gripes and have you settle it. Remember, this is anonymous and there are no right or wrongs. But if somebody was right or wrong, who's right? All right. Elaine had something, but if not, I've got something.
He's in the room, so I better
All
not
right.
bring
I've
it
got
up.
one. I've got
Okay,
one.
let's
I got
hear
a
it.
mini one.
This is completely
Is it-
random, and it's from reader mail.
I don't know. Is it okay? I don't. You can forgive my ignorance, or not mine. This guy's ignorance. Is it okay to refer to as?
Just to be
Is it
clear, this is
okay?
completely anonymous and random couple.
We don't know
Is
anything.
old
Friend of
Biddy?
mine.
Is old Biddy not okay to say about an old woman, like an old woman?
Oh, I don't think it's okay.
Okay.
Unless she's got a sense of humor and you're
I don't know.
kidding.
This guy doesn't know the origin of that term.
What is it? What's the term?
Old Biddy.
I haven't heard that either.
I know it's negative. I don't know exactly what it means, but it's not like, oh, it's more like I think it's a gossipy kind of
Okay.
nosy buddy.
I'll let this couple know they can figure it out.
I think I'm gonna Google Obidi now because that's what we do here. We Google things because we don't know. I'll look it up in Duck. Sorry. Go ahead.
No, I definitely don't know the origin of it. I definitely don't know. Now that you're saying it, I'm like, oh no. How many other things have I said that are horribly offensive? Because I didn't know Old Biddy was bad at all. I thought it was like a cute thing, and I'm wrong.
I thought this guy might have thought it was a cute thing too.
Yeah, like even like an old ditty and a biddy,
Or is
listen to
it
this old
Diddy?
ditty.
Maybe it's not Biddy.
No, I think
Old Diddy is
person an
cute.
old biddy, and then an old ditty is like a song.
And like
Song,
geezer
exactly.
would be guy, right? Like an old
Is-
geezer. This guy's
what?
an old geezer. Like a geezer would be like a guy, right? Old geezer. I feel like that's the
think
equivalent
geezer
of
is
old Biddy.
bad. See, I
Oh.
think of old biddy as like a gilf, you know, like Batty Winkle is an old biddy, and if she's not, and if I'm wrong, I feel bad because Batty Winkle, I love you.
Well,
Yeah.
just so you
I always
know,
thought old
here we
biddy
go.
was like an old
Drum
hot
roll.
lady.
Well, if you call an older woman a hag, that's definitely bad.
That I know is bad.
Yeah.
okay, they're saying in Googling it, it's saying that in an unkind or impolite way that they think they're silly or unpleasant.
Huh?
Gossiping old biddy. That's what I thought. Gossiping, two gossiping old biddies in a tea room.
No, I'm an offensive person. I've offended people.
But what if
It's
they
all
are,
right. They
if are
didn't know any
gossiping
better.
old
They
biddies,
thought you
it's
were
okay
one of
to
the
be like,
crew.
look at those old biddies over there.
Oh my god! They probably knew the word, and everybody's like, "What is wrong with this kid?" Like, I wasn't a kid, but like, what is wrong with this woman? Like, why is she just calling us all just old gossiping hags?
That's actually my band name. Frank Capra and the Old Gossiping Hags.
Oh, that's so punk rock. I can't play any instrument. Let me in.
Hags,
You're in.
hags,
You're in.
hags.
They call us, and then our shirts say
I
Old Biddy.
have something.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So if you're okay, let's say you're you're gonna visit family. Is it? I think it's kind of weird. I've been hearing a lot of
You mean this
no, no, no,
random
not that,
person? The random
not
person.
that, but saying if someone is visiting you, just kind of like making it a very important fact to buy the tickets early to save money. I'm pretty laid back about that. And I understand that I'm going to buy the tickets last minute, but it seems like it's become like an issue. Like, have you bought the tickets? You know, it's going to go up. It's going to be more expensive. And I'm just like, sorry, I'm going to buy them last minute. You know, maybe I'll pay a little bit more, but it's just like something I notice. Like when I visit, I'm just thinking like I'm gonna see family, and I haven't seen them in a while, and it kind of becomes like a.
So just to be clear,
you read this random
talking about
person.
their family. We all knew it. We all knew that this was family because nobody gives that much of a poop about. I'm trying not to curse, guys. I don't know if anybody's noticed. It's very hard for me not to curse. And I don't like it. It's bullshit. I'll just say it.
You see what shirt I'm wearing, right? Hey, you showing my shirt?
I think they're just looking out for you, basically.
I
like,
think that's what parents or family do. Like that's what
yeah.
they do, and it's their job to just like freak out about it, and then
Or they don't. Sorry.
No,
they
what?
don't believe you come. I was gonna say they don't believe you're gonna buy them.
Yeah,
that's the
there's
only other
that.
way.
Like, what if today you have the money, but on the day that you go to buy it, you suddenly don't have money and you don't get to visit them? Just get it done. So that
or
they
there's
know
more
they don't have
no
to worry
flights.
about it.
Yeah.
Like maybe you don't like they're like, hey, flights are selling out and you haven't bought your tickets yet, and then like you can't come and they've planned like a whole, especially if it's like a thing where you're gonna stay with them and they have to plan things.
Certain
They
dates,
probably want the
Some
responsibility
dates aren't
of, like,
available.
lock
Exactly.
it in kind of thing. Yeah.
And I work for an airline. So the closer you get to the date, the more expensive they get. And you say, oh, I can do that. But a $500 ticket today could be a $1,500 ticket the day before.
Yeah, it's insane.
Not all of us are flushed with cash like you, Matt.
Yeah, that's true. Nobody walks around.
I said
with
we're not all flushed with cash like you are.
No,
you roll up to the airport old school style, be like, I'll take a ticket, please. Here's my wad of cash. I'm going to see my rich family on their ranch and
takes a wad of like a roll up of cash. Says, is this good enough?
Yeah. Where are you flying, sir? Paris? That's all.
No. I don't. Look, I don't mean to say that like, money, no problem. I got it.
I'm a fancy
What I mean to say is, hey, here's a briefcase. We're good. I'm just thinking like wise. I'm not thinking like, so that's kind of like, I just haven't seen them in a while, and it's kind of like, all right, okay, I get it. But I'm just like, I haven't seen you guys in a while, and that's like, that's more my wavelength of like, okay, thank you. You know, it's gonna be great to see you, and I appreciate it, but it's like, what?
Yeah, how far do you have to fly?
From New York to
How far do you have to fly?
Florida.
Oh, what?
Oh, Florida.
That's
Florida, I think is how it's pronounced.
Yes.
So you better get that.
Florida? What? Florida?
You see me rolling. I don't think that's Florida. Is it?
I think it's
Florida?
apple bottom jeans boots with.
Flo Rida is an awesome rapper name. I don't know any of his stuff, but it's a really cool rapper name.
Boots with the fur, You do.
And the whole club was looking at Matt. Yeah. He had the cash. Dropping on the flights. He's flying first class.
First class.
I'll take 2 first class tickets. You know what? I think the thing that the moral of the story should be, you just got to tell your family, like if they keep checking, like, yep, I'm getting the tickets, and you don't need to say when. You can just say, I'm getting the tickets. Can't wait to see you guys, and kind of leave it at that. And then it's kind of like, yeah, he's reliable, you know. And then the first time, or since it's been a minute, once you show up, doesn't matter if you bought your tickets the day of or a week before, whatever. My guess is you'll show up, and then all of their hesitation of you not like giving them like, yes, I have the tickets in my hand.
Yeah.
That'll go away, and the next time you visit, they're gonna be like, hey, yeah, Matt just buys his flight whenever. We don't really know when he's coming, like landing. He'll get here though, kind of thing, because you show you that you're reliable. So I think you just got to get through this one miserable time. You're not wrong.
Yeah.
They're not wrong. It's just it's a test.
Well, one other thing is the more you pay for the ticket, the less restrictions. So if things get messed up and you can't go the same exact day and you have a really expensive ticket, you can change it like nothing. And if you have a really cheap ticket, it costs you almost as much as the first ticket to change it. So if you got, so always be careful and know what, like, never
Yeah.
mind. You know what I mean?
Unless
You know what I mean?
you book with
Commit.
Hotwire, where there are no fees for cancellations. You don't have to be like Matt. You can book with Travelocity or Kayak. I have no idea which one's the good one.
Oh, that's no. Do it with the airline. You always get a better deal. You always get yeah, you get better flexibility if you do it with the airline.
Then does the airline just not like me because they're always like, it's better if you contact the internet?
No, they're just too lazy to answer the phones. They
There it is.
they don't want to pay people to be on their phones. That's what that's about.
The truth. They
But
just
if
don't
you
wanna
call
do
the
it.
phone, yeah. So if you buy it from the airline, there's less restrictions too. For the airline, Travelocity might give you another airline. I don't know, but I could always book our buddies if there was a problem. So
That's cool. I like Southwest. I've been flying them for like forever, and it's kind of cool. You pick your own seat, and for someone, I'm 6'6", so I go for the emergency row or the aisle. So it's really it works out.
yeah, you and Jeff are the same deal. I know. Let's sit in the bulkhead seats, please.
I know you've said this before, but it blows my mind, and I just want to see. Like, is he really 6'6", or is he really 5'6", and he's lying?
No, he's 6'6". Look at him.
I'm 6'6".
Look at his roof. His hair's almost touching the ceiling right now.
Yeah.
He actually he's standing right now. He has to bend to be in the room.
Yeah, I climb on the side of the Empire State Building and I swat planes.
Which reminds me that this is a good time to talk about the history of the world.
Ooh.
On this day in history, nothing was solved.
Well, on this day in 1985, people had things to do, like maybe on July 2nd. No, yeah, on July 2nd. But on July 3rd, oh no. Because on July 3rd, Back to the Future was released in theaters. It was chaos. Everyone stopped everything. They dropped their children on the sidewalks and they ran into the theaters and they started watching Back to the Future. So on this day in 1985, nothing was solved.
Amazing! I love Back to the Future. It was obviously before my lifetime because I'm only 21 today, but that sounds important. I can't believe it was July 3rd. That blows my mind.
That's
my
cool.
Birthday ass mind. How do I not know this? Because it's on this timeline. That's why. On the timeline where Trump never happened, it was December. It was released in December. That's how I know I'm in the bad place, in the bad timeline. Okay, guys, that's the end of the show. It's time for plugs. I will say that I'm not plugging any nail polish today because I don't want to get involved. I'm remaining neutral on the neutral. Nobody knows what I'm talking about in this room, but I will tell you real quick. The nail polish company that I normally plug is currently under fire. I don't know if it's only just within the people who use this nail polish company or if it's gone beyond that, but they're all complaining because they've taken a neutral stance on Roe v. Wade, and people who feel like you shouldn't take a neutral stance on Roe v. Wade, period, but especially not when you make so much money selling like pride plates and different things that would indicate that you are an advocate or an ally or you care. So to make money off this and not actually care, it seems like maybe, well, I'm not going to get too deep into it, but it seems like maybe it's just a business and their heart isn't in it. But they did release a statement where they said, like, of course this is how I feel, but as a business, we have to remain neutral. So I don't really know how to feel about it. Look into it on your own. I'm not going to say their name, but you can listen to any other episode and you'll hear me say that you can get 10% off if you put in our code, which I won't say now. which is TKDS 10. I did it. I'm a monster. Like, you're not going to do it. Maybe you're going to do it. I can't. I don't know. I can't predict the future. But that's all I have to say about that. Also, help out Woodstock. They've got some new animals and they've got some new needs. And Woodstock Farm Sanctuary, in case you don't know. And I think that's everything that I have to say. Thank you for my birthday. Thank you to Anderson, for Sander and Angela and Sophie for joining us, and Don Slovin of Improv.
Jamprov, which will be live on 137. What is it? Oh, it's Anita's Way in Manhattan. You can Google Anita's Way. It'll be the 5th, the 6th, and the 8th. And I will be there. So, Matt, if you want to fly in, would you book the fucking ticket?
That's all I do. That's all I
Come on.
That's my thing. That's my thing.
Okay, so it's Don Slovin's Jamprov, and it's in line with this upcoming week. And the information will be on our page on Facebook, and anybody can DM me wherever. I think I've posted it a couple times, but start at 3 p.m, and there's a pre-warm-up learning experience, and then a jam, and then a pre-warm-up learning, and it's going to be on a cute little stage outside in Manhattan, so you can say I played in Manhattan. That's my reason for being there, and that's why I think Kathryn should come at least one day.
If I'm here,
it's
I will.
improv.
Wait, it's happening now.
Yeah, improv.
I am here.
It's happening the 5th. Well, it's going to be next week.
Oh, okay. Well,
it's 3 days next week. Yeah. So you should be there or be square.
Unless I'm in Seattle, Washington, July 15, 2022, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Call to action, justice for Kurt. Kurt Cobain was murdered. Go to Westlake Park.
Dead
in
show,
Seattle,
dead
Washington.
show.
Seattle, Washington.
Dead show, City Field.
I don't even know.
Dead
I think someone wished you a happy birthday in the YouTube messages. Can you say?
Oh, really? Who?
Oh, cool.
Can you acknowledge that?
Yes, thank you for wishing me a happy birthday. I don't know who you are because someone's being cryptic or vague, but thank you. Who is it? Is it Kim? Is it Kim? Kim! I don't know if it's you, but in my heart, I know it.
No, her name is Amanda.
Thank you, Amanda! And also Kim.
Everybody wish you a happy
Kim also.
Yeah, I just assumed it was Kim. So thank you, Amanda. And thank you, Kim. So yes, what else? I don't know. I think that's all of the things that
birthday brownies at my house. Just saying.
Yeah. Nice. And Matt C's podcast.
Yeah, I have a podcast on Spotify. It's called Matt C's Podcast, and I can't find it, so good luck.
No one can.
I found it once, I think.
I'm glad you found it.
I swear to God. This is if you go to Spotify and type in Spotlight Genesis, this sounds like a Star Trek thing.
Yeah.
You'll be able to find it. It's called Matt C's Podcast, but you have to type in a very cryptic Spotlight Genesis. And who knows? If you look at the sky, you might be able to see V'ger.
V'ger.
And if I look down, I might even be able to say VJ. Okay. Now, we're about to play an outro that was done by Frank Zappa. The intro was done by Frank Zappa. And if you want to know how you can have more Frank Zappa in your life,
you can go to wherever you listen to music and look up Frank Zappa. It is easy to find on Spotify. Not to one up you, Matt. But Frank Zappa rhymes with Zappa. And Instagram, frank.zappa. If you're on Facebook, I'm on there too. So yeah, thanks for checking it all out. And new music will be coming soon. And yeah. Thanks. Happy birthday. Thanks for having me. Great to be here as always. Happy 3rd of July. Happy Back to the Future Day.
And we're doing it again on the 5th, guys. We were going to have an extra special episode this 5th in just 2 days from now. What? It's crazy. I know it's insane. I don't know. I can't stop myself. What? I don't know why. I know why. And I'll tell you why on the 5th. So tune in here, the same place that you're watching this. And Zoe, thank you for doing all of the music in between the things. I couldn't find your birthday wish, but if I do find it by Friday, it's not Friday, it's the 5th, I will play it. And I think that's everything for real this time. Bye.
Frank.
Happy birthday.
Thanks for watching.
Good to see everybody.
I did it. We're good.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Yeah.
Yeah, like and subscribe. TKDS t-shirts to follow.